You're welcome to today's episode of Women and the Society. Women and the Society is an OGTV program that showcases women who have made impact in their societies, who have made impact in their chosen professions, who have made impact in their communities. Welcome to Women and the Society. On the program today, we'll be having Mrs. Titi Oseni Gomez. She was one time the Speaker of the OGUN State House of Assembly from 2003 to 2007. She holds sway for OGUN State as the first female speaker in the entire nation, and she made name for herself making laws and enacting some laws that backs Ogun State as a gateway state to other federations. Today on the program, we will be showcasing the achievements of Mrs. Titi Oseni Gomez as she has made while in politics, in her business, on her life, on her private life, with a view to encouraging other women to toe the path of honor. You were the first female speaker. When you assumed that position, what came to mind?
Well, I wasn't actually the first in Nigeria. I think I was the first in the Southwest and the first in Ogun State. I think before me there had been one lady, even though she didn't complete a tenure, she was there. But when I became the first in the Southwest and in Ogun State, yes, of course, I was delighted, I was honored. I felt it was an opportunity for a woman to showcase herself. I believe that, I have everything going for me to show the world that, like the old saying, what a man can do, a woman can do as well, and, do better sometimes in some situation. So I felt the need to actually make women proud and to make sure that I give it all, to make sure that women, through me, I encourage some people and I become like a role model for other people to follow. And to the glory of God, with the available situation and circumstances at that time, I was able to prove that yes, a woman can do it, because after me, we've seen so many other women being in that speakership position. So it gladdens my heart to see that yes, as a pace setter, other people has followed and they also did very well.
Okay, but we want to look at your journey into politics. We knew that before you came into politics, you were a businesswoman. And what prompted your journey? What prompted your move to politics?
I didn't come from a family of politicians. It looked like I'm the first in my family to actually join politics. Like you said, I came back from the United States and I set up my business selling computers, and also I have a fashion business as well. And it got to a point I had to come into Abeokuta severally to see my parents and for the burial of my parents, and I was approached. I guess the people that approached me felt that I have what it takes to win an election, and of course I in the beginning a little jittery about it, but having it in mind that whatever it is that it would take, I can do it. So I eventually joined and contested, and I felt the need to serve my people and to give back to the society. And also coming from the United States, you see that you see what women are doing there, and coming into Ogun State with the record of what I saw back then, that women either not being given the opportunity or normally shy away from contesting because everything that is associated with an election or joining politics. So of course, I was encouraged to do it, and that's how I came in there.
When you came into politics, what was your role?
When I joined and the position was open for me to contest. And looking at what we had in Ogun State then, there was no woman at all. So when I joined, the position is to canvass the electorate for votes. And while doing that, is not just for the women. You have to canvass for votes from men, from old, from young, from women, from market women, from schools, teachers, and all that. And also doing that as well, the children should not be left out. You have to visit schools, make sure you do some souvenirs for students as well, engage them in talks and motivational talks and all that. So it involved the entire sphere of the society, both the rich and the downtrodden, the men and the women. You need everyone to win an election. You need to speak with everyone from every spheres of life. And so it's all encompassing, joining and going into through an election.
We are going into these things because we want to encourage women that they can't just sit down and expect things to happen the normal way. They have to strive and make themselves available. According to your story now, you made yourself available for the position. We want to know if it was easy for you as a woman in politics to go through all of this and win your position as a speaker in the House of Assembly.
Well, as the saying goes that nothing comes easy in life, and they also say that there's nothing free in Freetown. Life itself is not free. Everything you do is not free. There's nothing that goes for free, and there's nothing that comes easy. It's how you manage, how you handle, and your determination, is what really matters. In life, you go through all sorts. You go through challenges, you go through ups and downs, you go through different spheres, different things, different challenges will come. It will come and go, but it depends on your attitude towards it. It depends on how you place yourself strategically to handle things. It depends on how prepared you are to face the realities of life, because like I said, nothing comes easy and nothing comes for free. You first of all have to, in life, set your goals. There's nothing that you will do if you don't have a goal, if you don't have a target, if you don't have a direction. It will be difficult to attain. Once you have your goals, you define your objectives, you define how to now get to the objectives, how to reach your goal. You start first with educating yourself. You start first with preparing yourself. You start first to know where you want to go, because there's no point starting a race without knowing where it will end. You need to first of all define the set agenda, and then once you have done all that and put God in mind, that commit your ways unto the hands of the Almighty God, that I want to do this, God, please, I put it in your hands and direct me. And then you can now focus on the goal and focus on how to get there. Some people will get there in a minute, some people will get there in a day, some people will get there in a month, some people will get there in a year. What matters and what is important is that you will get there at your own certain time that God has appointed for you. Some people will contest for an election and win straight up first term. Some people will contest and recontest and recontest before they get there. The same goes with getting a job and working as a private person as well. After your basic education, qualifications and all that, you have to determine, what do I want to be in life? Who is my role model? Who do I want to target my work pattern after? So you first of all streamline all that, and then know that the next thing to do is, if you have to apply for the job, maybe this is, I will start from a clerical assistant or start from a graduate trainee And then at the end of the day, this is where I want to be later in life. And then, like I said before, some people will get to a job and get promoted, rapidly like that. And some people will get a slow progression. What matters is that you will still get there once you remain focused, once you concentrate on your dream. And I believe that all dreams can be achievable. Once you set your target and set your goal, you will definitely get there.
As an experienced female politician, how can others be encouraged in this field?
I think our women needs to show more interest in politics. And the reason why you don't see a lot of women in there is because, you have said it, we're homemakers. Now, the number one priority of most women is their children, is their home and their wards. So leaving all that behind and running after politics, running after politicians sometimes is difficult. Number one, we don't have the wherewithal to do it. Financially, we're not that buoyant to do what our men can do, empower people, go out in the morning and come back late. We have a home to look after, we have a husband to look after, we have families to look after. So, of course, that's a constraint right there. Financially, we are not fully empowered to do it as well. And also, if you look at the what is associated with politics in terms of thuggery and all that, women are not created to have the vigor to fight and do all that. So once we hear there's a fight here and there, boom, we take off and we go back home. So all these things are what constraints that we have in joining politics. But above all, what I see that where there's a will, there's a way. When I joined, of course, those constraints were there, but like I said before, it's determination. Once you set your mind out to do it, we can introduce so many things. When I go to campaign, you barely find people fighting because I make the place so lively that it's difficult for you to fight. What do you want to fight about? The person that wants to talk to you or wants to seek for your vote, the way I present myself, the way I showcase myself. It's difficult to introduce thuggery into places that I go to campaign. Of course, you will see one or two here and there, asking for money, fighting for money and all that. But, with God, I think that, all things are possible. You get out of there before they really start. So financially also, the most important thing is finance. We don't have the wherewithal to face an election. And I'm using this to appeal to our family, because to run an election, I doubt if we have the wherewithal like that. But with the support of friends, with the support of family who believes in you, by the time they rally round, do like a campaign fundraising for you and all that, you can make it.
How can other female politicians, especially those who still find themselves below the belt of politics, how can they be encouraged to come out of their shell and make impact in the society?
First of all, you must have the determination. You must want to be or join politics. So once you have that, select your role models and try and go to your ward. You first of all have to have a ward. You have to attend meetings from the ward and participate in the activities of the ward meeting. Get a position there, and if you cannot get one, just find a ward and start from there. Once you attend your ward meetings regularly, I'm sure you will see and meet people that will encourage you, that will show you the direction to go as to how you can, it depends on what you want to do. You can be in politics to contest an election, and you can just be a member of a political party. So it depends on what you want to do. But I know that by joining your ward, by joining in your local government, participating in your local government, there will be direction. And then people like us are there also to encourage women, to show you the direction, to tell you what and what you need to do to be up there.
Aside being a politician, what other things do you do?
Well, number one, to join the politics, we all have been saying it that politics is not a profession. You should definitely have other things that you do, being business or whatever. You must belong to a society or have a calling. So yes, I have other businesses that I do other than being in politics. At a point, I thought of setting up maybe like an NGO or like a way of meeting our women and speaking to them, because you see a lot of mental health issues lately for our children, our young girls and young boys, running into issues that affects them, and they will end up committing suicide or killing themselves. So a lot of them need someone to just talk to. Sometimes everything is not just about money. Everything, is not just about, what you have to give them, but sometimes just sitting with them as we are sitting like this and discussing issues, letting them have the confidence in you that they can talk to someone and someone is there available to listen to them, to direct them. A lot of our girls are confused. I pray that God will give me the wherewithal to make myself available to our upcoming generation, to just be a listening ear, to just be available to sit and to counsel, to just be available to sit and to direct and redirect, because this society is really lacking that. And I pray that in the nearest future I'll have I'll be available to do just that.
Audio Jungle.
We want to go a little bit into your personal life now. Who is Titi Oseni Gomez?
I was born and raised in this Abeokuta. My family name is actually Shodunke. My father, of blessed memory, or my parents, I should say, my father was from a Kenta man, a Kenta Okebudi is where he's from, and my mother is from the Lori family in Ijayi. So they're both Abeokuta indigenes, and I'm very proud of that. I went to Trinity Nursery and Primary School, and then from there I went to Abeokuta Grammar School, and then after that I went abroad to did my postgraduate in the United States, and then got married, have 3 beautiful children, and all doing very, very well in the society, and came back to Nigeria, set up my businesses, and later joined politics and became the speaker and all that. And I think I'm a contented person. I don't like where there is rancor or fight. I believe that God has blessed me with a good home, with a good family, with lovely children.
Ma, what is your favorite color?
I like bright colors. I like colors like pink, like not so much red, maybe red mixed with white and all that. I like green. I like yellow, blue, those subtle colors. I don't like anything loud. I don't like anything shiny and like that. I like solemn and cool colors.
What game do you like?
The game that I like, I don't play any game, Well, there's a computer game called Solitaire. I play that a lot. I play cards, maybe Monopoly, and all that, you know.
What food do you like?
Food, I'm a rice person. I can eat rice, you know, definitely I don't eat rice for breakfast, but I can eat rice, you know, fried rice, jollof rice, or, you know, mixed anyhow rice, you know, so I'm a rice person. I love rice. I don't particularly like swallow, they call it. I can take eba here and there. Amala, I just started eating that. Growing up, I never liked amala. I never. It was just until recently. I guess the color of amala, you know, scares me when I was growing up. So I never touched amala. Not the white, not the black. I never. But now I can do amala, but not as much as I will eat rice. Attire, well, I like dresses. You know, lately I do dress or the native attire, you know, skirt and blouse, yes, if it's English, but with the traditional attire, I feel that, you know, maybe I'm too big now to, too fat. I've gained a lot of weight to be able to wear skirt and blouse. Maybe if I can lose some, you know, shed some weight and lose some pounds, then I can do traditional skirts. But you know, I do dresses, you know, because I believe that it's elegant and it doesn't come with a lot of stress. I don't like styles with dress. I do simple styles.
You like going to parties?
Do I go to parties? Yes, I go to parties. I like all music. Well, I can't like all, but I don't know if I can mention names.
You can mention names.
Like Obey, Sonny, yes, I can handle that. What do they call that? Muliki, Obey and Sonny.
High life.
High life, that's high life. So I like high life. I like some Nigerian artists, Davido and Tiwa Savage. I like all those ones. Those ones that you can understand, though. Not those ones that will be singing roof, come down, all these things that they sing now. And you really can't make sense of it. You know, our children, you'll find them dancing to it and enjoying themselves. You know, but I sit back and look at it that what's in the world are they saying? They will say some things and you wonder that, how can this come out of the mouth? And, you know, I guess we have done that in the past and enjoyed our life. So it's their turn to also enjoy. So basically, high life and juju music, yes, I can handle. And then a few of the upcoming artists have really done well. Badu, as Olamide, those ones, yes. Wizkid, yes, I can handle.
Talking to Honorable Mrs. Titi Oseni Gomez, we know that women out there must have gained one or two things about her story. She has taught us to be resilient, she has taught us to be dogged, and she has taught us that we must assume at every point of our life to aspire a position that we can fit in and play a part. With that, we say it's a wrap-up on the program today. See you next edition.
Audio Jungle.